It's no secret that I like Pokemon. But there's a lot of Pokemon games I haven't actually played. I also like Nuzlocking, but I would like to improve my Nuzlocking achievements. Fortunately, there's a way to deal with these two Pokemon birds with one generation lock. This is part 2 of that generation lock. Check out part 1 in the playlist in the description. Last time was Pokemon Red, and I'm about to show the teams, so spoilers in 3, 2, 1. This is the team of goats, and let's see what they're gonna do in part 2 Pokemon Blue. We start by getting out of bed, heading downstairs and going to Oak. We deliver the parcel and just do tutorial stuff till I get Pokeballs. After doing a bit of hacking, we got the gang back. Next up, I found a night arena that I wanted to use as a replacement for the late Daniel. I name it Daniela and go through Viridian Forest with ease, getting to Pewter City. While leveling up the squad for the gym, Terry evolved to Beedrill and we go to the gym. The Brock gym fight is easy with Sheldon drowning the rock ground Pokemon to oblivion, giving us the Boulder badge. To the right of Pewter, a sad battle takes place. Sheldon takes down a Rattata, and against Eakin's Diddy falls because of his weak defenses. After that, I find a Fiero that I use as my flyer for now, and I name it Wretch. Mount Moon was a breeze, so I level up the team with Sheldon evolving to Wartortle, Daniela evolving to Night Arena and Nidoqueen, and evolving Wretch to Fiero and going to the gym fight. The battle starts with Wretch taking out Stereo with a couple pecks. Starmie comes out and I peck but get low, so I switch to Drake. With Drake I use Hypnosis and she uses AX defense. After I put her asleep, I switch to Terry even though he is weak to Psychic. The thing is, Starmie has no Psychic moves, so I can safely use 2 Twineedles to give us the victory and Cascade badge. After that we fight the rival and Wretch wins in a bird-on-bird brawl. Wretch stays in, taking down a Abra. Then Rattata. Then Bulbasaur, which gives us the win. Wretch rips Nugget Bridge to shreds, taking out trainer after trainer with only 2 Poke Center visits. Fiero is an underrated Pokemon in Gen 1 Nuzlocke. It has, in my opinion, a better stat spread than Pidgeot with more attack, making Hyper Beam better, the one thing these 2 Pokemon are good for besides flying. Up at Route 15 I lucked out and found a Abra. I name it Eugene and we go on our merry way through Route 15. Next we go through easy Route 15 and get to Bill. We save him from his Pokemon body prison and get the S.SN. Next up I do the grunt fight outside of Cerulean. The fight is easy and I get Dig, which is a great coverage move for Sheldon. After that fiasco I go south of Cerulean down the underground path and down the route after the tunnel and the route right outside. While doing this, Eugene evolved to a kinda busted Kadabra. After that I go to the S.SN. The actual battles on the ship were no biggie. All easy fights. I do get the body slam TM for Daniela. I also get cut from the sick caption and give it to Terry. But besides that, nothing besides the rival fight I'll go over now. To start, Eugene kills Pidgeotto with 2 confusions. Next Terry comes through and kills Raticate with 2 Twin Needles. Next is a pretty scary Kadabra. Eugene starts with 3 confusions, dropping Kadabra's health to half but gets low health and confused, so I switch out. Drake comes in and uses a confusion that doesn't do a lot, so I paralyze it with Thunder Wave. Then I switch to Sheldon, who tackles Kadabra a couple of times for the KO. Finally Ivysaur comes out and I switch to Drake and use confusion for the win. I start the battle with Daniela against Voltorb, with a bunch of Scrades taking plenty of damage as well. He uses AX speed but that don't matter, he dead. Next is Pikachu, which I kill with Eugenie's confusion, and Raichu falls to a couple more of those confusions, giving us the badge and the neat bonus of the Thunderbolt TM I gave to Daniela. Next I go to the right of Cerulean and go through the easy route and get a Voltorb I name Volo, which will be used later. Rock Tunnel was pretty easy for the most part. There was only one teeny tiny thing that happened. Let's just say a tactical nuke was incoming and Eugene did not see it coming.
Tactical nuke incoming!
After that I get a Vulpix from the route left of Lavender. I name it Poof and then level up my team in Celadon City for Erika. While leveling up for Erika, Drake evolved to Hypno. Erika was quite an easy fight. I gave Wretch the Fly HM and he just spammed Fly and completely destroyed them, giving us the badge. Rocket hideout is easy with a guide. The Team Rocket grunts stand no chance with Hyper Beam Fiero and we get to Giovanni. The fight starts Drake against Onyx. Drake puts him to sleep and I switch to Sheldon and water it. I drown Rhyhorn instantly with no difficulty. Next up is Kaniga Scan. Daniela kills Kanga with a couple body slams, beating Giovanni. The rival fight was trivial. Hyper Beam is so busted in Gen 1, I Hyper Beamed his whole team, then used Fly on Ivy and won. Lavender Tower was a breeze. I get the Flute to wake up Snorlax to access the southern part of Kanto. I go down the Route 12 dock with the easy trainers and run away from the sleeping Snorlax because he seems better in later legs. Route 13 is a route I hate, but it isn't difficult, and Route 14 is a straight line and I get to Fuchsia. There was one thing to mention though. Wretch got poisoned by a Mook on Route 14. When I was making my way to the Pokemon Center, I used speed up to much, and because of that Wretch died, which might have been one of the stupidest and funniest deaths of my time Nuzlocking. In the Safari Zone, the only interesting encounter is a Rhyhorn that I use as our 6th member that I name Resner. Koga was completely free. I spammed Psychic and I was rewarded with a Soul Badge. Silph Co isn't difficult with a guide. The first thing of interest is while rare candying up my team, Sheldon evolved. This rival fight was very difficult. I start with a bad lead Terry against Pidgeot. I switch to Daniela and kill it with 2 Thunderbolts. Then the monster comes out and I outspeed and hit it with a Thunderbot and he barely survives, and 200 Hydro pumped me. Sheldon comes in and takes out Gyarados, then drowns Growlithe. Alakazam comes out and I stay in but get hit by Confusion, getting confused and hitting myself in the same turn. I use my 1 healing item per battle, but Alakazam does too much damage. I switch to Drake and put Alakazam to sleep before killing him with 3 headbutts. The final Mon is his Venusaur, which goes down to 2 Psychics, winning us the battle but not unscathed. I start the Giovanni fight with Terry being a bad lead again, so I switch to Sheldon and give it a high amount of water. Against Kane Guh Scan, I put it to sleep with Drake and exterminate it with 2 Psychics. His last 2 Pokemon are very easy and both die to their water allergies, saving Silph Co. At this point I grab that Volo the Voltorb from the box as our new teammate. After that I grab a Fire Stone and evolve Poof because she finally learned Flamethrower, making her useful. I start the Sabrina fight and stomp Kadabra once with Resner but get low, so switch out. Volo comes out and I realize I didn't change his moveset, so I kill it with 2 Sonic Booms. Next I take out Mr. Mime with 2 Body Slams. Next Drake comes and nukes Venomoth before Alakazam comes out. I start the fight but paralyzing Alakazam, then get in a loop of me headbutting him and Alakazam recovering, so I decide to switch. I switch to Sheldon and miss Dig, so I surf it then body slam it but get dropped to 3 health, so I go to Poof. Poof gets hit with a Psybeam on switch, so I go back to Drake. Drake hits it with a headbutt crit, he recovers and I get another crit headbutt for the badge. The mansion was easy and I get the key for Blaine's gym. I evolved Resner before this battle and gave him the Earthquake TM, totally didn't fully sweep his team definitely. I also get the Fire Blast TM and give to Resner just like in Super Mario Bros. And the Filthy Peach. Giovanni is crying because I drowned all his friends and stole his badge. The rival fight starts and I zap the bird out of the sky and do the same to the evil water worm. Dog drowned. Resner comes in and kills Alakazam with 2 earthquakes but gets low. Finally Terry comes in and takes Venusaur out back with 2 twin needles. I always thought Victory Road was more of a challenge puzzle-wise than Silph Co and Rocket hideout. The Lorelli fight starts with Volo taking out Dugong with a Juicy Thunder. He then did the same thing to Cloyster. Volo goes 3 for 3 with Slow Bro. Poof comes out to take out Jinx with a flamethrower. Next Lapras comes out and I hit it with a Thunder, it lives, dose a lot of damage to Volo, so I switch. Sheldon comes out and body slams for the win. Bruno sees the return of Sheldon Drake combo with Sheldon taking out every rock snake in his path with Drake dealing with everyone else, giving us the victory. I'm gonna be honest, Agatha was a complete pushover. I spammed Psychic and on the final Jengar I got low and paralyzed, so I switched to Resner to handle it. The Lance fight starts with me putting Gyarados to sleep before using the rest of my Psychics and switching to Volo to kill. Sheldon takes out Dragonair with 2 Ice Beams. Resner kills the other Dragonair with 2 Earthquakes. Aerodactyl comes out and Volo takes him out with Thunder. Finally Sheldon comes back with 3 Ice Beams, making us victorious. The champ fight starts with Drake starts by putting the bird to sleep. I switch to Volo and Thunder it and it dies. Alakazam comes out and Rensner takes it out with 2 Earthquakes. Sheldon takes out Rhydon with a Surf. Volo comes back to take out Evil Worm for the final time this leg. Sheldon drowns the dog for the final time with 2 Surfs. Finally the underdog #1 bench warmer Absolute Goat Terry comes and kills this plant with 2 Twineedles, making us the champion.